And this is our last episode of 2025.
I cannot believe we're saying that.
No,
I cannot.
it flew.
Yes. I had this very depressing thought last night as I was driving where I was like, it's slowly going to get lighter earlier. Like, winter is going to be over. Like, I'm so sad already. And why am I feeling that way when we literally have January, February,
Yeah.
March?
And also, that's a happy thought, if you
For
ask
you.
me.
Yeah, not for me. I'm
Well,
living.
it's good for your mental health.
That's true. Yeah.
Anyways.
So we haven't really been on here to yap in a minute. We had two really great interviews back to back. Rachel Van Dyken and Tea McKell. Before that, I feel like we're just like, let's catch you up. Let's catch you up.
I
Let's catch you up.
know.
It's just been so crazy for both of us. Holiday seasons are busy.
Yeah, I think, well, we both have huge families.
Yes.
And we both are like so insanely blessed with the best friends ever
Yes.
that we're just literally celebrating from like the day before Thanksgiving until January 3rd.
Well, and this holiday season in particular was very short. Like,
It was
Thanksgiving
crazy.
was the last week of November, and then you got December, and it's basically over.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I had 6 Christmases this
I was very overwhelmed, but I was so blessed.
Exactly.
Like, there's been so much love that I never anticipated this year, and I just could not be. I cry randomly.
I know.
I just
I was literally yesterday, I was thinking about something. I was getting ready for one of my Christmases, and I was like,
yeah. And we had our Christmas today with each other.
yep.
Do you want to show them the Project Hail
Yes,
Mary?
I do.
I'm so proud of this gift. I am not a gift giver who is very good at like keeping my gifts a secret. Like, I immediately just want to tell. And I've had this gift for Liz for
First of all, it came in this really cute tote bag that I'm obsessed with. Okay. I am a wrapper. I like to have wrapping paper, but one thing about Liz is your gift is going to come in a present.
Yeah.
Every time.
every time.
I have so many bags because of Liz.
My husband was not well because he recently got a really big hand tattoo, and so show him real quick.
I was gonna let you talk and let them look at it.
Okay.
Oh.
So he recently got a really big hand tattoo. Look at that. It glitters, you guys. It glitters.
I don't know if
kept
you can
this
see the
under
sparkles,
wraps.
but yeah, it's sparkly. She had it painted. She commissioned this for me. Did you have to mail her the book?
No.
That's even fancier.
There was like a multiple designs that you could choose from.
This one's perfect.
I thought that was
Look at it.
I thought that was the perfect one.
I wish you could. I don't know if you can see the glitter, but it is, yeah, foiled and glitter. It's so perfect.
We're gonna talk about this book today. So
there's Ryland.
I could Grace. Anyway, so my husband, he got a very big hand tattoo, which was my gift to him for the holiday season.
Which is a crazy gift.
It was crazy.
If you get tattoos, you know that that's like really extravagant.
And it was so funny. He's such a baby. No. He's just a baby. He's not
just
such
a baby.
but he has not had a tattoo in 15 years. And he was like, babe, it's going to be fine. It's just going to take 4 hours. It's not even going to hurt. Mind you, he had his whole hand shaded.
And blacked out.
Yeah. And so like hour 3, he's like, oh my gosh, this hurts. 7.5 hours later, he's like, okay, I tapped out. I'm on my way home.
Yeah, there's still more.
There's still more. There's still a little bit. And an amazing artist. Her name is Sierra. She works at Good Afternoon Studio if you're local. She's amazing. Anyways, so come Christmas, this was the Monday before Christmas. Christmas Eve, we need to wrap. And I am not a rapper. I'm not in any form. I can't sing. I can't wrap presents, nothing.
It's true.
And he was physically in pain watching me wrap these gifts. Like,
oh, you did the wrapping?
I did a
you didn't tell me that.
I know, because I wasn't anticipating it. And then all of a sudden,
and we were just in one of our group chats ragging on you because all your gifts come in bags.
I know, and I'm like,
and one of our friends was like, but do the kids get their presents wrapped?
And I was like, yeah, my husband does it. And no, and it was terrible. I'm a very bad rapper, and you know what? He was like, do you want me to teach you? And I was like, no.
I know. I said I'll send you a TikTok. No,
that's not something I need to add to my list of accomplishments. I am surrounded by amazing rappers. So I
will wrap any gifts for you.
Yeah. And my husband will too normally. He was just like
yeah, with his weak hand.
Yes. Yes, it's starting to peel, and he's like, "Is it supposed to look like this?" And I'm like, "Yes. Yes, that is what is supposed to
Yeah.
happen." So,
It is Voldemort adjacent when you get a tattoo.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, um, but so today we have a really fun episode. It's gonna probably be a little longer because we have a lot to talk about. But we're gonna tell you our top 25 books of the year because we just could not condense them into a
Yeah.
top 10.
Yeah. And this really escalated because at first we were like, I'm so excited. Our last episode, top 10 books of the year. And then I said to her like 2 weeks ago, I was like, what if it was like 15 books of 2025? Like, I think I can't do 10. Right now I have a lot. So maybe I could narrow it down to 15. She's like, yeah, good. Me too. Last night, 11 p.m., I just text her and I go, so what if it was 25 books for 2025? Because I am at 35
And I
and I
said,
did get it down to 25.
perfect. Perfect. We have had I didn't think we could top 2024,
No, no, but
but I
this was far and above my favorite year of reading I've ever had.
yes. So, okay, did you have any set goals for 2025 that you wanted to accomplish in your reading at all?
I wanted to read at least 100 books. Last year I read like 198 or even
He was crazy.
200 or something. And towards the end of the year, I was more concerned with my goal than the quality of books.
Mhm.
And so I didn't want to do that this year. So I really scaled it back and then I still almost got to 200, but it's fine. But I wanted to read books that only I wanted to read. And there were months I didn't come to book clubs because I didn't want to read those books.
Mhm.
And that was, I think, the best decision that I could have made was only reading things I want to read
Mhm.
because I read all of my favorite books of all time this year.
Mhm. Yeah, you did.
Like nothing I read before this besides like Pride and Prejudice and Beartown are old favorite books.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's crazy. I don't know. And I didn't want to read as much romantasy
Mhm.
because I felt myself getting burnt out and I didn't want to be an unfair judge
Mhm.
of good work.
Yep. Exactly.
So I really stepped back on romantasy
You did.
and I stepped up on fantasy
Yep.
and I stepped way up on like regular literature.
Yep.
Emotional damage.
Mhm.
This was my year of emotional
It
damage
really was. Yeah. Yeah. I had a couple of goals for 2025.
and you crushed
I
them.
did. I obviously the Goodreads
Yep.
challenge, which I do think I'm going to scale back next year. Um,
Because
but
you'll still surpass it.
I
You'll just
will.
feel better about it.
Yeah. One of the things was I wanted to read more nonfiction because that was definitely a genre that I never read.
And you slayed.
I did. I set 6 and I read 9. A lot of them were memoirs, but hey, I
That's nonfiction.
that's nonfiction. Another thing I really wanted to do, which I feel like we both kind of did this too, was really more genres.
Mhm.
Because we've read so much romantasy. And I do feel that both of us killed that. Like, I never thought I would be a sci-fi girly. I never thought I would be a
Yep.
literary fiction girly. I never
Mhm.
thought I would be, I really thought it would just be like romantasy slash fantasy slash mystery thriller. But no, like I find myself picking up books that a year ago I never would have picked up.
Same.
And I do credit a lot of that to our various book clubs that we are in.
Mhm.
And I really, really I love that. Like
Yeah. I
has
think
made me a better reader.
mhm.
Like, I never thought my top 25 would look at the list would look like this.
No, same, and we didn't tell each other what books we were putting on here. There are, like, probably 5 that are just a 100% given, like, duh,
Mhm.
and our top 5 is probably quite similar,
Yes.
but other than that, like, we didn't tell each other at all really
No,
what was on here, so
no. The other thing I'm gonna tell you, because we're about to go into January, is I'm going to have a dry January, but not in the way you're thinking. I know this is kind of weird, but I am not unless I'm using a gift card, which I don't think counts because it's not my money, I'm
no,
not buying any books in
and it's already
January.
been spent,
Yes.
even if you bought yourself a gift card for some reason.
Right. I'm not buying any books in January.
Good. Good for
We
you.
have all the books I already need for book clubs,
Yep.
and my TBR is so stacked with books that I absolutely want to read, and I've already gotten like the big chunk of book club books for that book month done that I just am not buying anything.
That's good.
Yeah. And
We have too many books.
we do.
Our TBR, our physical TBR alone is pretty crazy.
And I'm so excited about that. I'm not complaining by any means. I just am like, it's kind of getting out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to read them. I need to get them done. The Arcana Academy, like all of these books I've been saying I want to read. So
There's a lot.
yeah.
I have a lot.
You have a lot.
I have to keep going with Carl. I have.
Wait, I didn't show them. Hold on. Let me show you what Liz got me. At Matt Dinneman, if you want to be on the podcast.
First of all, Liz would never stop screaming.
Listen.
It's so cute.
From freaking Hot Topic? Are you joking?
I used to get all my like my t-shirts and sweaters and stuff at Hot Topic when I was in like middle school, early high school, because I was that person where it was like half Hollister, half Hot Topic.
Clock it.
Yeah. And so when I ordered it, my husband was like, "You got a package from Hot Topic?" And I was like, "It's for Liz." And he was like, "Why are you screaming? What is happening? Is it like, what is going on?" He thought it was something Pokemon.
Oh, that would have been slay too.
And I was like, "No, I know better."
I already know what I'm getting you for your birthday, and it is Pokemon related. I know you're not the biggest Pokemon person, but you are.
I know a lot.
You are. And there's a certain Pokemon that you would really like.
It's true.
So
I saw a Sylveon ornament at Walmart the other day, and Sam was like, "Let me buy it for you." And I said,
Oh, so maybe I shouldn't get you.
It doesn't match the Christmas tree color code. There's a color code that we must use for our Christmas tree. I'm so sorry. I'm that person.
Listen.
If it's not red, dark green, lime green, or teal, it can't go on the tree.
Okay. Well, then I'm still gonna get you this.
Oh, perfect. Well, and if it is something of that nature, it'll go on a shelf.
Yes.
All year round.
Yes.
Probably.
I like to get like, okay, it's very hard to shop for Liz because she buys what she wants. Like, we're both adults, right?
It's hard to buy for people over 25.
Yes. And I want to make sure I get her something that comes from my heart. Like, I don't know. I'm very particular about what I buy Liz. And so what I made a decision is I was going to try and get her collectibles or things that, like, I feel if you looked at it, you would just think of me and how much I love you. So, like, I got you the Nocticadia, which I thought was a slay.
And it's always face out.
Yes. And now the Project Hail Mary.
Always spine out.
Yeah. And so, like, I just try and get these things that I know you love, that, like, you will live on.
They're timeless.
Yes. So that's like my thought process. But when I saw this particular thing, I like marked it because I was like, that would be like a fun. It's still timeless, but it would be
but it's a little more fun. I love that. I just buy things that make Liz scream.
Oh my god! And listen, I can't show you because I feel like you guys would sell my feet pics. But she got me these Shrek socks.
We'll put a picture in here.
And it's Shrek and Donkey, and they can hold hands.
They're magnetic, and they hold your feet hold hands.
And I'm wearing them right now.
I have a photo of just the socks with no feet in them because you're not getting our money. So we'll put a picture in there.
Yeah. So, but I have so much fun when I shop for you. I could get you more Summer Fridays. I could get you all of the fun stuff too.
You give me one Alani and a box of Cheez-Its and I would cry.
She would be so fine.
Yeah.
But because you're so important to me, it's like, I take my time. Like, I had that book for weeks.
Yeah, she's had it for a long time. And she's November something. She goes, "Can I give you your Christmas gift?" And I said, "No, no, you cannot."
Like, every time we talk, I'd be like, "So I have your gift, and I really just want to give it to you."
And I'm like, "No,
like,
no, I am a Christmas agent.
You are.
I am
much better.
I'm particular about Christmas.
She
You
is.
can tell by my color scheme. Rules.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. I think we're going to start just with random books like that are not in our top 5.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll just see if we match.
Okay.
And then if we match, we'll both talk about that book and like why we loved it.
You go first. Say your first 5.
And I did write these down in the order that I read them because I am on Fable Plus. So you can see like, what books you read every day.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And so I just went through those.
I need to update to that.
I love Fable Plus. I'm not going to lie. I think it's very worth it.
Is it?
They almost had an AI scandal, but
They handled that really well.
they owned up to it
Mhm.
and they addressed it head on. That was like the perfect
Mhm. It really was.
company misstep repair.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah. So I recommend Fable Plus if anyone is wondering. It was so easy to pick up my books, and usually on Goodreads I'm like,
You're scrolling like I was earlier.
and I still love Goodreads, still use it. Okay, so these are in chronological order except for the important ones. So,
'Kay.
my first book from 2025 that made it into top 25 is The Wedding People by Alison Esbach.
It's on my list.
Yes.
Yes.
That was our first book club book ever, wasn't it?
No, I
Oh,
think
no,
June
that was June
Farrow,
Farrow.
yeah, but it was the first of the year.
I think so. Yeah, that was January.
Yep, and we went into that book thinking it was one way, and it is not.
We thought it was gonna be an Ellen Hildebrand book, and we were like, "Let's give them something easy." Like, June Farrow had the time travel, Beartown is Beartown,
Gracie or
you
was
know?
yeah.
Yeah, so let's give them something juicy. And people were in that book club. We went through so many tissues.
Yep, and we were like, "That was not where we saw this going."
No, that book is one of the most, like, poignant, emotional, like, meets you where you are. Like, you don't have to be feeling the way Phoebe was feeling to really be touched by that book, but if you are someone who's ever felt the way Phoebe has felt, people have told us in our book club that that book changed their lives.
Mhm, and I think it's just, like, you always hear people talk about you don't know what someone else is going through, and that is the epitome of that book.
Agreed. Yeah, because you see this girl at a hotel, and all you can think about is how you're pissed that she's at your wedding hotel, but you have no idea what she's been through and why she's there.
Right, yep.
And the universe, like, forcing them together and helping them in the ways that Lila and Phoebe help each other. So good.
So
And
good.
that's one where it's a full-on movie in my head.
Yep,
I know exactly who's playing who, what it all looks like. I know what the hotel looks like.
yep.
I love it.
I still see it in my head.
Yeah.
When they're on the boat,
Yep.
everything, yep,
It's so good.
so good.
So that's my first one.
'Kay. I have Wild Dark Shore.
Oh, I didn't read that book.
Oh, you haven't read it yet?
Mm-mm.
Um, this is a book if you almost like conspiracy theories a little bit, but it deals with the seed vaults in Antarctica, and there's a family that cares for it, and then a body washes up on shore. And then obviously this is Antarctica, so bodies should not be and the body was alive, mind you.
The body was alive.
So obviously the body should not be alive if it is going to wash up on shore.
And
Um,
honestly, things should not be washing up on shore in Antarctica,
no.
period.
No. And so this is slightly dystopian. You do hear kind of what's going on in the world, but not like 100%. Very well written. I had a very good time reading this.
You loved it.
I did.
The only reason I didn't read it is because I have a lot of anxiety around climate change, around end of world discussions. So unless it's like funny haha like Dungeon Crawler Carl, I will not be reading Charlotte McConaughey because all of her books kind of deal with climate change and end of world crises. And I just feel the play is about us too much.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy the book, but you would definitely have crisis after or during because
Mhm.
it's realism too, like, and that's the
Yeah.
problem, like, sometimes there's some dystopians that are so real that it's hard to distinguish, like, am I reading the
Yes.
news or am I reading the book?
Yes.
So
And I read an excerpt because I own it. I wanna read it so bad, and I wanna read her book Migrations
mhm,
really, really bad. I maybe for 2026, I will challenge myself to make myself uncomfortable because reading doesn't always have to be an escape.
no, but I feel like sometimes these books can teach you things,
And I'm sure it would teach me a lot, and I've always been so interested by the seed vaults. So I need to do it.
you
I need to do it. I need to get it together and do it.
I mean, don't force it, but it was a very I really, really enjoyed and honestly, like, I closed it and I was like, "Hmm," and it was one of those books that because I've actively thought about it regularly, the rating went up. You know what I mean?
Okay. Did it start out as like a 4?
It started off as like a 4, 4.25
And then
because there was so much hype around it, and I was like, "I'm not really understanding a ton of the hype." But then now I'm like, no, that was a 5. Like, I don't that was such a good book. Like, books that stick with me, I rate very high. And that's why it's on the list for sure.
Okay. It will be on my 2026 TBR. You guys can hold me to it. So,
Okay, okay.
my next one would be First Time Caller by BK Borson.
Yes. It's on mine too. I'm gonna mark off the ones.
Yeah.
Just
And I'm having to skip over my ones that are in my top selections.
yes. Yeah, first time caller, so good. I think BK's writing gets better with every book she puts out.
Yep. I was just talking to my sister-in-law last night, and she read her first book by BK was First Time Caller, um, and then Good Spirits. So now she's trying to read Love Life Arms because it's winter, and
Mhm.
she's like, "Yeah, I don't know about this one." And I was like, "Well, that was her very first book." And she said, like, "I don't understand why she is so fluffy in this one, but in First Time Caller, I was, like, on the ground crying."
And that is growth. And it's amazing.
She's getting older, we're getting older, so your books get a little older.
I have said before on the podcast, JD Robb, for instance, her early books versus now, different writer, which is why I'm very lenient on
Mhm.
first books of
Mhm,
series.
mhm, and first books by authors, like,
Period.
you're never gonna see me shred apart a debut novel
No,
of anyone.
no.
I mean, there are people who don't have any business being authors, but we're not gonna really read those and talk about them anyways.
Hmm.
So 99% of the time, I'm gonna give a debut author a lot of leeway.
Yeah, because you have to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. So first time caller, life changing. Aiden and Lucy,
love them.
love them. I cannot wait to get to Jackson and Delilah this year in 2026.
Just a couple weeks away, really.
Just a few weeks away.
Um, my next one is One Golden Summer.
Oh, I don't have that one on my list either.
Yeah, that one.
Really good.
I feel like I had kind of like a unpopular opinion about Every Summer After with the cheating because that is a line for me that I will never go back. One Golden Summer, perfection. Like
It is
actual
perfect.
perfection to me.
I agree. It was really close. I can say I wrote it down on my list and I took it off
Yeah,
because of something else I had to put on the list. But it's no fault to Carly Fortune. It was one of the best romance books we've ever read.
I can't wait for Our Perfect Storm.
Oh my gosh, the cover of that book is insane.
The purple.
And something about Charlie, Charlie.
And it the growth, the fun it
Mhm.
between that and another book on my list. I want to move to Canada. So
I listen, same,
so here we are.
same.
Okay, your next one.
My next one is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver. Is that on your list?
Yep.
Yeah. Iconic book. Iconic book for our friendship. I feel like we went into an absolute sense of hysteria after we read this book. We both probably read this book 4 or 5 times in the span of a month.
We got an arc of the caretaker.
Yes.
Do you think the caretaker is scarier than We Used to Live
Yes.
Here? Okay.
Much scarier
I
to
kind of
me.
do too. Because I think we got more information and We Used to Live
Yes.
Here, which kind of helped a little bit, but
Yeah.
there's just so much unknown in the caretaker that's why I was more
And that's
scared.
why it's so scary.
Yeah.
There's so much unknown, period. Like, and that's the same thing. Like, I was telling Liz why I was so scared of the caretaker is because those are like actual things that like you can remember when you were younger, and that still happen to you now, where you're like walking into your house and you feel like someone's behind you, or you see someone you thought was like someone you know, but it wasn't, and like being home alone and too much.
Too much. And We Used to Live Here scared me in particular too because you just don't know exactly what you're scared of either.
No, and we still don't.
I still don't. I still don't have any answers, and here we are.
He is a phenomenal horror author, but you have to understand the type of horror he's writing. His books, We Used to Live Here only has like a 3 point something on Goodreads. And I'm like, what? But I have to remember, like, not everyone was on like Reddit like me and some of our friends and like listening to creepy pastas. Like, this is for people who like conspiracy horror, body horror, mental horror, not like someone's chasing you through a summer camp stabbing you. Like it's more psychological horror.
Yeah, because it's all the things he's not saying that are
Yes.
scary.
I just think he's a
He
genius.
is. I would be to sit we did sit down with him and we would say things like Odin or Satan, and he'd be like, "The funny thing about Odin," and
Yeah.
then like go on this tangent, and then we would be like, So
So what's the but he's a genius.
yes,
He will not give anything away that he had planned because then it would make the book less scary.
yep, yep,
And he's right.
he's right. Gonna pivot here.
Okay.
Next one is James.
Oh, excellent choice. Excellent choice. I loved reading that book this year.
And I think it was because of the conversations that we had because of James. And I never liked Huckleberry Finn, and this telling was much better for me.
Much less racist.
Yes. And addressed the racism
Mhm.
appropriately, addressed all of the things that I think everyone is scared to address these days, and was written very well. Um, and even just down to the way that the speech was, that alone was so
It
powerful.
was.
The speech versus the inner thoughts and
Mhm.
things like that was just, I think about that book all the time.
That should be required reading.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And it just, ugh, anyway,
So good.
anyway.
Next up for me, this might be a little shocking to you, but I can't stop thinking about it. I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
The Favorites by Lainey
That doesn't
Fargo.
shock me at all.
Well, when you're talking top 25, like, yeah, it was a juicy, fun, good time, but is it top 25 worthy? For me, it was.
But you were like, this may be one of my favorite books of the year.
I was enraptured by that book. I was hanging on her every word. I love an interview style book.
Yep.
It's very circa Daisy Jones and the Six meets Ice Princess
Mm-hmm.
and make it dark.
Dark. Yeah. No, I'm not shocked at that by that at all. Because that and the compound
Mhm.
really fit your like not personality, but like
But it was like the
a
pop
John.
culture part of my
Yes,
brain
exactly.
meeting my reading hobby.
Exactly. It was the perfect like mix of it.
I think about that book all the time. Every time I hear The Last Time by Taylor Swift, I will tear up thinking about fictional ice skaters.
There you go. Perfect. I mean, I was a very good book. I think I gave it 5 stars.
You did. Yeah, which was apparently unpopular,
Unpopular
but
opinion.
we loved it. So
This one, my next one is Odes to You, When Devils Sing.
that's on my list too.
I a YA mystery thriller I never thought would make it on here.
Yeah, a YA debut gothic antebellum horror novel. Like that's crazy that it was that phenomenal.
So beautiful, and it was so well done. Still thinking on it, still enjoying it, still having a great time.
I was looking to see if it was on the shelf because I love it so much. It's not.
Recommend it to anybody who is looking for this particular genre.
Mhm.
If you have not read it, you need to go pick it up.
It really reminds me of the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that the bad guy is the classism in the room and the racism in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and the devil you may call on is only a route to save you from the devil you know.
Yep.
I'm dead.
I
That
feel like
book
you
was
could write a
insane.
whole thesis on that book, particularly.
If I was in school still, thank God I'm not, I would have done several presentations on that book and I would have been in trouble. So,
Yeah, you would have.
so good. Next up for me, I know is on your list, Rose in Chains.
Oh, yes, girl.
It's not in my top 5, so I'm saying it now, but if it's in your top 5, we can
It's in my
talk about
top
it again
10
later. Okay.
for
Okay.
sure, which is fine. We can talk about it. I cannot wait for the next one. I was shocked by how much I loved that book. I'm still shocked.
I know.
I want to reread it. I think that's the problem with and this is like my only critique of myself of having so many book club books is I'm a chronic rereader normally,
You are.
and I just
You
don't
don't have
have time unless we're doing it as like a book club book, which like next year we're doing like Shield of Sparrows and When the Moon Hatched, so I get to read some of my favorite books again, but like Ah,
Yeah.
I remember when we finished reading, I said on here, I said it's gonna be one of my top 10 books.
Yeah. You for a second, you said it was your number 1 book
It
of the
was.
year over A Night in the Moth, and I was like, "Whoa." Like, I loved it. It is probably in my top 10. Insane. Insanely good. She wrote that phenomenally well.
I think with Night in the Moth, the reread really solidified where it's gonna end up on my list. So,
We'll get there.
we will get there. You might be surprised by this one for me.
I'm excited.
The Sirens is not in my top 10 this year.
I'm not surprised it's in your 25.
It's in my 25. Yes.
I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah,
You were a different person after you read that book.
I'm giving it to my grandma to read.
Oh.
It is
That's
just
gonna be really good.
yes, and the thing is even when I finished the book, I remember texting you, and I think I even put it in my review. Like, this is not going to be for everyone.
Yep.
Not everyone is going to understand the depth of like why this book. I love it so much because there are parts of me that a lot of people don't know. Whatever, and but I wept. I kept telling Liz, I love this book. I love this book. I hope you like it. I hope you like it.
And I really did. It didn't hit me the same way, even though we've been through some similar things.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me in that way, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Yeah. And I also think because I have not read Wayward, maybe it hit a little different too, because I've heard they're very similar.
Mhm.
So
They
that
are.
yeah.
They are. So, yeah, maybe if I would've read The Sirens first, that would be, like, end all be all, whereas I do prefer Wayward, but I think that's because that was my first time experiencing Amelia Hart.
Yeah. And that makes sense. But yes, so the Sirens. So it's not
That
my
makes a lot
top
of
10
sense.
even, but it's in my top 25 for real.
Okay, okay. Or we're not even numbering these, so I don't even know where we are,
Nope,
but I know we're not in our tops yet,
not
so
yet.
next for me, Sunrise on the Reaping.
I forgot that one.
So Liz will have 26 books.
Yeah, or I might just take one of these off actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I watched that in real time. I haven't crept on her list, I'm not looking.
It's okay, you can look.
I don't wanna look. I like being
Sunrise
surprised.
on the Reaping. How did I forget that?
I don't know, because I think about it every day.
We're not going to be well in that movie theater.
I think we are gonna have to rent out a movie theater.
What? I'm just prepping you now. Like, I'm already tearing up. Next fall, I will not be well. Between Doomsday, Sunrise on the Reaping,
Project Hail Mary?
Project Hail Mary. I already know. Not going to be well. We
I
may have
know.
to pause the podcast.
I don't know what we're
I
gonna
don't know
do.
what we're going to do.
We're gonna have to vlog it. Like, we'll go get sushi or something before the movie, and they're like, "Here's us before Sunrise on the Reaping," and then we're just
It's
gonna
just a black screen that says we couldn't talk.
we'll film the end credits. We're not pirating Suzanne.
No.
We're gonna film the end credits, and all you're gonna hear is the whole cacophony of sobs in the background, and it's gonna be everyone in the theater with us.
Yes, and that with Project Hail Mary, and then for me, Doomsday.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I've already been annoying. I'm already like
That's not true.
you were not gonna love me as a person if they kill off Bucky.
But they're going to.
But can I tell you how turned on I am by an evil RDJ?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. But I don't think there's a world in which Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes can both be.
Okay.
You're so brave. You're so brave. Sunrise on the Reaping.
If this is just a prequel to what we're gonna be like, because I cannot actively think of BT's children. Is it BT?
BT. I say BT. I don't know.
His children in Sunrise on the Reaping.
And we've recently got confirmation that J-Law and Josh will be back for the. I don't know if it's for the epilogue, but they wouldn't go anywhere else because the times don't make sense. But we did get confirmation on that, so I do think the epilogue is going to be for real what we think it is. And I'm telling you guys right now, I will pay the hundreds of whatever dollars to see that movie by myself if I have to.
Yep.
Because I'm not sure.
I don't think we can sit next to each other.
I don't think I can sit with it. That's why I'm saying I'm going to rent out a whole theater for myself.
I do think we should rent out a theater. We found out that that's not like super crazy, and I think But then we're never gonna hear the movie because we're all gonna be like,
You know who we can't see that movie with? Bailey.
no. We love her, but her tears would make my tears. My
Exactly.
tears ricochet.
She cries a lot, like we do, but when Bailey cries, it's like watching a small animal pass away. And I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. I can't look at her when she's crying.
I couldn't look at you during For Good. She's like literally next to me crying, and I'm just like,
And I was boo-hooing. It was embarrassing.
It was not embarrassing, but it was like I'm like sitting there, and I'm just the whole movie. I was doing this like, and then
yeah, yeah. We were just destined to not be well together.
And then I had to go to work and be like, I might.
It was, yeah. Sunrise on the Reaping
is gonna be
crazy. Haymitch's story, which I have literally been begging for since I was 17 years old, is better than I could have ever expected. Suzanne did her big one.
She did it.
She did.
And I feel like she also punished us because we were like, Snow?
Exactly.
And she was like, no.
She said, let me tell you
what we're
about
not
that son of a bitch.
Yeah, like what we're not going to do is that.
So yeah.
Okay. Next up for me, Deep End by Ali Hazelwood.
Slay.
I really want to do a reread of that. I think that and Love Theoretically are my two favorite. No, oh wait, Mate. I really loved Mate.
I think Deep End and The Love Hypothesis are my favorites still.
Yeah. I love really they're
all really good.
Yeah.
Deep End really did not make it to the list because of all my emotional damage. But it's a contender. It was my favorite smut of the year. I'll say that.
Oh, gosh, yeah. That's
10 toes down.
Reread here soon. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up for me, which I'm sure is on your list. I don't know if it's in your top though, so hopefully not. Is Shield of Sparrows.
That is in my top 10 for sure. I don't know if we ever really talked. So you read it before me. You said, Liz, you have to read it. I said, okay, I will.
She was a little iffy.
I was.
Because we were also in the era of every book we picked up that was beautiful was shitty.
Yeah, we were.
So.
And then I remember calling you as soon as I was done. And I said, I didn't think a romantasy book could shock me. This book shocked me 3 different times. One of them involved a threesome. And I was so betrayed. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to do it.
And I have no idea what's going to happen.
None.
This is one of the first times in a romantasy, and this is a romantasy. It's very tropey in a great way.
She did really well.
Yes. This is the first time in a true romantasy that I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, and I don't know where it's going to go.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and the writing is well done. I had never read a Daphne Perry before this. Now I'm going to be reading her in 2026.
Now we need new cowboy romance authors. So
we do.
So now we have one.
We do. She's definitely in my.
She has a cowboy series, right? Like a ranch series or something. Okay, maybe not like cowboy, but more like Yellowstone or something.
I think yeah, that's in my top 10, for sure. Another one that's in my top 10 is Princess of Blood.
Excellent book. 5 stars. 6 stars.
I was very worried about allowing, like I allow, but all of our friends reading it because it is more politically charged book than I feel like a romantasy book, which I personally loved.
Same.
But
I prefer.
Everybody is loving it.
Yeah, I forget which one of our like close friends just finished it. Maybe Chelsea, maybe Bailey. I don't know. Blown out of the water.
I'm still.
And they were so happy. And they thought it was much better than Servant of Earth, and they love Servant of Earth.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way. I gave Servant of Earth 5 stars, but now if I had to read it again, I think Princess of Blood would demolish it.
It's the perfect sequel, and that I feel like amazing. I rarely say that.
I agree.
Yeah. So Princess of Blood is in my top 10 for sure, but I don't know what number we're on right now. So it's on it's on the top 20.
All I know is I put stars next to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. I have a top 8 apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh wait, no. 9. Great. Okay, next up for me. I don't know if you read this book. I can't remember. Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall.
No, but I have it. I think like we need to switch off. Like you need to read Wild Dark Shore. I need to read Broken Country.
Yeah, they're similar covers too, which is funny, but not similar topics. This is one where it is about an affair, which I know is apparently a hot topic. But I love it. I love it so much. Claire Leslie Hall is a beautiful writer. I picked up 3 of her books post reading Broken Country. She writes the way love feels very well.
I can't wait. I'll read it in 2026 at some point.
The only person that could make me root for an affair. I'll tell you that.
Perfect.
So,
My next one may shock you a
Oh.
little bit is Great Big Beautiful Life.
that was my next one too.
Perfect.
Yay.
Perfect. Definitely my top 15.
Same. I did not asterisk it, which is crazy. That just tells you the level of books we are dealing with. If an Emily Henry is not in my top 3
yeah.
or 5 or 6 or 8, whatever, crazy.
Crazy. Yes,
Phenomenal.
but I can't wait for her next book. I don't even know when it's gonna be, but like
we
I
don't.
think she's
Yeah,
just
we
getting
have
better
no
and better.
idea. She is.
But we have people we meet on vacation.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Because we have to put this video out before the new year,
Yeah.
obviously. So we'll be doing some quick turnarounds on this one. But yeah, 2 weeks. No, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days until people we meet on vacation. We have to watch it together.
We do.
Do you like popcorn?
I do.
Okay, I'll make us popcorn.
Okay.
I was like, wait a second. I don't even know this about you. Yeah, perfect. We'll do popcorn and ice cream. Or we get sushi.
Let's do sushi.
You can pick up sushi on the way. I'll kick Sam
And
out.
some crab rangoon.
Slay.
Slay.
Anyways, Great Big Beautiful Life was really, really good. This was her 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, obviously, because they're quite similar. I like this one better.
I do like this one better.
I've never said that out loud because that is a very unpopular opinion.
But I think Emily Henry for us writes in a way that we enjoy a little bit more, which is fine
Just-
because
yeah,
it's
they're
not
so
that we're
similar.
hating Taylor Jenkins Reid. Trust me.
One of her books is in my top 3, so
Yes, but I think the additional plot to the plot really sold it to me
yeah.
more.
Now, I will never forget being absolutely gobsmacked by the reveal in 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. But in general, the interview plot of 7 Husbands was weaker
Yeah.
than Great Big Beautiful Life for me.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, even saying that, 7 Husbands was my first Taylor Jenkins Reid. So
me too. If we reread it, maybe it would be insane.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I had Quicksilver on my list, but I realized I read that in 2024 originally, but we
Oh.
reread it this year.
Okay. Well, then you can add back whatever you
Yeah.
crossed out over there.
So that's what I was going to do. So the next one is People Watching.
That's on my list too.
Yes. Hannah Bonham Young.
Mm-hmm.
This was a late addition because I just read it, and it did give me Carly Fortune vibes, which is why
Very similar.
they're very similar.
Like a mixture of Carly and BK.
Exactly. And it hit perfect. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. There were multiple times I text, like, a lot of my ratings come from how many times I like text Liz and I'm like, are you serious?
Yes.
Which reminds me, I forgot This Could Be Us, because that should have been on my list too. 26 books.
Well, you can put that in place of Quicksilver.
Yeah. Never rage tweeted so much to Liz.
It was crazy. She just kept texting me in all caps. The audacity. Blank, blank spoiler, blank spoiler, blank. And I was like, I know. Like, this is why when I read Skyland, I was like, hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging you.
I think in January I'm going to read Can't Get Enough. I can't not know now. Like, I just need to.
And you're going to love it. You especially are going to love that one.
Yeah, and
that might be your favorite one.
I don't know. This Could Be
Us is my favorite one.
It gave me rage. It gave me heartbreak. I'm gonna tear up thinking about it. It gave me like power.
And the smut. When it's smutty, the female friendship, the parenting,
the autism. And every
Kennedy Ryan is a literal national treasure.
Yes.
her writing needs to be studied. Like, we could
Studied.
have a college course on how to write like Kennedy Ryan.
Yep. Agreed. I think we're in our top 10 now. I'm
I'm
looking at my
not.
list. Okay. Well,
How many did you write down? How many did I write? Oh, no.
I don't know. I just feel like I have 1, 2, 3. I'll edit this out. 4, 5.
Oh, I wrote down
6, 7,
27
8.
books. That's why.
Yeah, okay, because I'm in my top 10.
I'm
Okay.
almost there.
But, okay. So we are in our top 10. I am.
You are in your top 10.
Kind of.
Do you want me to just run through my last couple before we get to 10s?
Do your last.
Because one of them is going to shock the shit out of you, I think.
Go ahead.
Bittersweet.
That doesn't shock me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was like number 27, 28. I really liked that book.
And I wrote down 27, so maybe that's true.
And did you watch the interviews?
Mm-hmm.
I did too. So our BRBT book club did this one, and they actually got to speak to the author, and I watched those. It was a lot of fun.
I think they emailed her questions, and
Yeah.
then she filmed her responses to the questions. Bittersweet is a phenomenal book about being a woman, being in a power dynamic that's inappropriate, being in a grooming situation. It tackles so many things that so many people are fortunate to not deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, if you've ever dealt with it, she wrote it in a phenomenal way.
And just the back and forth and how hard it is to actually break free of the cycle. And it just gives it in words, puts down what so many women deal with, people deal with. I mean, truly. That doesn't shock me.
Okay, and then one of the other ones that's not in my top 10 is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. Have you read that one
I
yet?
haven't read that one yet.
That's my favorite of his so far. I think life-changing. If you haven't read S.A. Cosby, check your content warnings. But even if they scare you, you should read it anyways.
I think I'm going to read King of Ashes first and then All Sinners Bleed.
So good. And then my last one that's not in my top 10 would be The Compound.
I was wondering when that was going to pop up. Because, again, for me, like, The Compound and, what was the other one?
The Favorites.
The Favorites are very interchangeable to me with you. Like, I'm like, and they both have brown covers.
Wow.
I don't know why. One of your colors to me
is brown. I love chocolate brown.
Yeah.
I love that color. I was that girl. So, like, you know how you were little and you were like one of two things. You were either like a turquoise and chocolate brown, or you were a baby pink and chocolate brown. That was me.
Yeah.
My little kid room was baby pink and chocolate brown, like Eiffel Towers, Paris themed. And then in high school, I turned into a zebra print and neon pink girl.
I was just leopard print my whole life, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
But for you, it's definitely like chocolate brown emerald is a color that I associate a lot with you, and then like a pink.
Any greens, any browns, anything that's like peachy pinky.
Yep.
Corally.
Any bow, red is a color.
Any jewel tone, anything that's like rich, like enriching colors, like warm, happy. That's me. That's how I feel.
Yes, that is in my head. Yeah.
Okay, and then we have a top 10.
Okay, so my number 10 currently is 11/22/63.
I can't wait to read that book in 2026.
If we took a shot every time I said it in the past like 4 weeks, we would be intoxicated.
Well, what we can't do is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Take a shot every time Liz said Dungeon Crawler Carl in 2025. I would be dead.
You would.
I would be a raisin.
And I'm not going to apologize.
And you shouldn't.
And I'm not going to 11/22/63 really became my whole personality for quite a few days. I said it in my video recently, but like I love a historical fiction, which is what I would consider this, even though it has like a fantasy time travel aspect that makes me Google things, that makes me learn, because I knew really not a lot about the Kennedy assassination, which also was a shock to myself because I was like, wait, what? Like I didn't know Lee Harvey Oswald was married and like taken out on television. Didn't know any of that.
Yep.
So
we're not going to talk about conspiracies, so we're just going to talk about this as if it is all correct. The fact that they showed a random man shooting a president, then on TV you see his brain matter on his wife's dress on television, and then you watch the live execution of the murderer. I said I wasn't going to do quotation conspiracies, but of the murderer. It's crazy.
I know. And so if you looked at my Google history recently, you would be like, girl, what? I can't wait for you to read
They're
it.
like, she knows.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. And that was my first Stephen King, which I feel like is a monumental thing. I'm sure everybody can remember their first Stephen King.
I
So
mean, you'd be surprised at the amount of people who haven't read Stephen King.
I probably would, yeah.
I think because the people that come to our Sunbound book club is probably like different because like
Mhm.
some of these people have read a few, like I've read 3 or 4,
Mhm.
but that's not normal
No.
for
I
people our
never picked
age.
him up, yeah. Because all I knew of him was It, and that
Exactly.
scared the crap out of
And
me.
no one thinks they want to read that,
Yeah.
even though, I mean, you probably shouldn't read that. It's a little weird. Now that I'm older, I'm like, should he be on a list? I don't know. But that book I'm really excited to read.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to
So that's your number 10?
remember that.
Okay, I have not told Liz any of this, and she's gonna be like, what is happening? My top 10, 3 of the books in my top 10 I read last week
Oh, okay.
or this week.
Wow. What are they?
One of the books in my top 5 I read yesterday. I finished yesterday.
Okay, what? What?
It's wild.
That does shock me. You have now shocked me. What are they?
Okay, so number 10 is Loved One by Aisha Marar. Right over there. Right there. It's the one that's like the bright yellow and red.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Life-changing book.
Oh, now I need to read it.
You have to read it. And I
What?
want it to be a book club book.
Okay.
You have to read it.
Maybe March?
Maybe.
Okay.
Do
you want to pull rank?
No. I'm
Oh.
gonna maybe instead of giving them 4 books, we give them 3 books. And
I feel
I'll
like
tell
you
them
could
how
pull
much
rank.
I want to read it.
You've never done it before.
I've never done it before. But you've never done it here before either.
No, I'm saving it. But if you want to use it for that one,
I might use it for something else on here.
okay.
Yeah. Loved One is everything to me. The writer of this book was a writer on Parks and Rec, a writer on Community, and a writer on The Good Place. And if you know me, I am like obsessed with those shows.
Yes.
So, yeah, it just is. It deals with having someone you know or care about or have cared about die in such a real way. I had a best friend pass away in 2020. And this is like a really not emotional encapsulation of what it feels like in your adult years when you fully grasp what's going on and you lose someone, how to deal with that.
Okay.
Even when it's messy.
I'm
And it's very messy. My literal whole review was, oh, this was messy and I am a mess.
Yep, I remember reading that. And did Liz K tell you to read that?
Yeah, Liz K wrote the blurb
Oh, okay.
we're in Sunbound, obviously. Yeah. Liz K wrote a blurb and I was not gonna read this book. The cover is stunning. I would not have picked it up.
No.
Because I've never heard about it. It's her debut novel, I think. And I just saw this paragraph and Liz was like, this is a beautiful representation of grief and loss in your early 30s. And I was like,
is this play about me?
Yeah, so I bought it and I got bored because
over there?
it's probably like right behind the table.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Last name M, so I think it's like literally right behind the table.
I have 3 days to buy books, so
yeah,
okay.
You could buy it today. We'll be here.
We'll be here. Okay.
Anyway, so that's number 10 is Loved One, and you should all read it. If you have or haven't had someone pass away that you care about in your adult years, I think it's a must.
Okay. I'm now not going to put numbers to the rest of these because
I'm doing that at like 5.
I can't.
I'm okay. I'm scared.
And
are we saying if this is on my list too, or no? Let's not do that because they're gonna be different ranks.
Yeah, we don't have to.
So I won't tell you what's on my list.
So the next one I'm going to talk about, again, I cannot put these in a rank. I just can't. So Heart the Lover. I know it's one of your top 5 for sure. Maybe even like 1 or 2.
It's so good.
It's so good. And this is why I just can't rank it because I'm just like in different moods. Like if I was doing different genre rankings, it would be 1 or 2 in literary fiction. But like you told me to read this and I think I sent you a voice memo and I was just crying. And I was just like, why did you tell me to read this book? And you were like, but the one that the voice memo that sticks out the most to me is one of our friends. We were driving home from a trip and it was just Elizabeth.
She kept going, and I just love it. Oh,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Ah.
And so I had to put that in my top 10. I don't know where exactly it will fall, but if you need emotional damage, definitely do this book. It's so well written. It's another one I'm gonna give my grandmother because I'm like, I need someone to understand this so I don't cry.
It's life changing.
It is. It was.
So,
Yes.
side note, I'm gonna say my number 9, and then I have got to pee. It's
Okay.
an emergency. I
That's
have
fine.
drink
I
all
gotta
of this.
I think I have a book back there I wanted to grab anyway.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So my number 9 is My Friends by Frederick Bachman.
Yes, it's on my list too. Yes. Yeah, I would maybe make that a number 9 for sure. Yes.
I cannot fathom a world without Frederick Bachman's writing and without this book. I think about these characters often.
And I first of all, this is his first book he wrote in English.
Mhm.
And second of all, one of the things someone asked me like what exactly about this book makes it so good to you? And I said it's because you're given a scenario and you're given it one way. And then you're given it at a different perspective.
And then a third way.
And then a third perspective.
Mhm. And then a fourth way, technically.
And it's like this one situation happened, but here's how it's interpreted so many different ways. And there's so many lessons in that. And again, I go back to you just don't know what's happening in other people's lives.
Anyone you see on the street, judge on the street, judge in the store, judge in your life, like, you really don't know how they got to where they are,
Yeah.
who hurt them, how they hurt themselves, and what circumstances they have or haven't had that you have.
Mhm.
And it really his writing, he did this in a more direct way with Beartown, where
Mhm.
he will start with the cataclysm of the book, and then he'll tell you the beginning,
Mhm.
and I love that about him. It's very Princess Bride.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
I love his writing.
Yes. It was such a yes. My
Yeah.
friends, I'll make that. I will commit to that being my
Okay,
number
so
9.
we will have number 9
We
be
will have
My
number
Friends
9.
by Frederick Bachman. Number 8.
Okay, this is where I'm really just not going to commit. So
Okay.
I'm going to say the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. You guys watched me literally fall in love with this
It's true.
series. I recently like looked up the video where I was like, I bought this and I really want to read it, and this is what it. And then I like, it's just been a amazing cycle of like I have I will venture that this is the most entertaining series I've ever read, but in
I
a
would confirm that for you.
yeah, but in like a different way than like my romanticies
Right,
do, but
right.
like I open and close each book so enthralled and like
Yeah.
attached.
Well, and it's a nonstop entertainment too.
Yes.
Well, okay, I've only read book 1. I was never bored
No.
for
Not
one
once.
page. Not even a paragraph was I bored.
No. And I also am not a big gamer, so I know a lot of stuff is going over my head.
Mhm.
Still the best time.
That's what I'm saying.
Still the best time.
Yeah.
I just finished number 7 last month maybe or maybe this month. And I'm like, how am I supposed to wait till April? And
I
the next
don't
one comes
know.
out. So I just
When are you gonna read his new book that's not in the series?
January.
Oh,
I
fun.
might start it next week.
You never know.
You never know. I just
Okay.
need to see like where I'm at. But something you know how they say that like Taylor put like black magic in her songs?
Puts narcotics into all of her songs.
That's what I feel like with DCC.
When I read the first one, I did feel like I was high the whole time, so that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So that's my
Love.
number 8. Perfect.
Okay. My number 8 is Red Rising.
Okay. I have that book. I just need to not have responsibility.
That's why she's doing Dry January.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear a lot of that. I have that book. You've heard it a lot already today.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. You just finished that book.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago, maybe. It lives exactly up to the hype.
Reading in Town.
Oh, my top 10.
Yeah.
Well, the ones that you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, just in general, because you have spectacular taste in books, and so I know if you like them, I'm going to like them.
That's so. I think one thing about us is when we are serious, like, Liz, you need to read this,
Mhm.
it's guaranteed elite. We
Yeah.
both are very good at that.
Yeah.
We know each other very well
Yes.
at this point.
Yeah.
It perfectly lives up to the hype. It's the perfect amount of sci-fi, dystopian, and emotional damage. I never thought I would understand at all a book about essentially slaves on Mars.
But here we are.
Here we are. It's crazy. It's literally like the Hunger Games meets, I don't know. I don't know.
Space.
I guess. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the whole it's definitely gonna be a series on classism and like the wealth gap, and it's just really emotional. Something happens in the first 50 pages where I was
Gag.
on the ground. I literally got off the couch and was on the ground. I was crying.
Okay.
And he pulls no punches. That's all I'm saying.
I'm ready.
So yeah, that was my number, what did I say, 8?
Yeah. So speaking of space, Project Hail Mary is in my top 10 somewhere because we were in space this year.
We
in
were.
in the second half of the year in
Mhm.
particular.
Mhm.
And again in our sci-fi era. Because I don't think you really heavily read sci-fi previous to this.
I dabbled,
Yeah.
but I
And
would
I
never
definitely did.
say, yeah, I was like a sci-fi reader. I just wasn't afraid of it, but I never cared if
And
I
now
picked
I'm
it.
like, give them to me.
I know.
I want to read Ready Player One.
Oh, that's really
What
good.
was the one you just bought? How to Stop the Time War?
This is how you lose the time war.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that behind us still?
No. Okay.
Okay, so next up for me, I did order mine and I'm kind of walking it back. No, I'm not. I'm not walking it back. My number, we're at 7. Is it 7?
Yes.
My number 7 is The Bright Years.
Yep.
By Sarah
I will
J.
agree
Maas.
with that. That's in my top 10 as well. I have to tell you guys the story that I read it first and I said, Liz, you have to read this because I was crying.
Mm-hmm.
It really talks about, it gives a good story to hardship and to resilience and then to heartbreak. This is a story where sometimes we'll say this book could have been 100 pages shorter. Sarah DeMoff was able to tell such a powerful story in just a short amount of time, and she just did a tremendously good job. And Liz read it. She was on a trip with a friend, and she was by herself, and she just had some time, and I was working. My coworker comes up, and she says, "There's a phone call for you."
Trip with a friend. Let me just elaborate.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I had driven one of our very dear friends to a book signing for R.F. Kuang that I was on the wait list for.
Yeah.
And I went in hopes I would get a call.
Yeah.
It sold out in about an hour.
Yep. Yeah.
700 people. 700 people in an hour bought
But
tickets.
tell them what happened.
Right. So our friend is in the book signing waiting for it to start. And I am sitting on the porch of Wild Geese Bookshop. And the owner of Wild Geese Bookshop comes up to me as I'm crying. And she said, "Oh, I've heard that book is really good. I have to tell you, Rebecca is coming over here. She's pretty overwhelmed. I told her we know you and we love you and you will not bother her because I know you would never do that. But I have to say, as the owner of this bookshop, that R.F. Kuang is coming over here to sit down for a while and collect herself." And I was like, okay. I was already crying. And Rebecca Kuang, she asked me if I was okay.
And you were not.
And I said,
And then after all that happens, I get a phone call.
she goes back to her book signing.
Yeah. And it's just Liz. And my coworker knows who
I
Liz
called
is.
her work,
She
her
calls my
place of
work.
employment.
And she's like, and my coworker's like, I think it's Liz G. And it's just her like, why didn't you tell me that I carried this book in public? And R.F. Kuang, she was here. And I'm like, I have her on speakerphone because I'm howling. And I'm like, wait, R.F. Kuang was what? And like, she's like, she saw me. Her mom was right there. I'm reading this. Anyway, The Bright Years. You guys need to read it. So far, some of our virtual book club people are reading it right now, and they're
several of them gave it number 1.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. So that's my number 7.
That was on my top 10 too. My next one I'm going to say is going to be Dawn of the North by Demi Winters.
Amazing. Yes.
I don't need to tell you guys how much we love Demi. Again, she does her big one with Dawn of the North. My particular favorite is Cass. And
You do love Cassander.
So that comes out in February. We are on her street team, so we were able and very honored and blessed to get the arc. Guys, I have a feeling that this is going to be one of my top 10 series of all time.
It's an insane series.
It is insane. Her writing is phenomenal. She scratches my brain in just the right way. She's an amazing person. We've had her on the podcast multiple times, and I just can't reiterate how much I really loved Dawn of the North.
Her ability to write romantasy in a way that feels high fantasy but still gives you butterflies needs to be studied.
I don't think I spoke while I was reading Dawn of the North.
No, she wasn't speaking to me. Yeah.
I was just like, ah.
Exactly.
Okay.
My number 6, and this is where you like start getting a little shocked. My number 6 is Night in the Moth.
It does shock me.
Mm-hmm.
That does shock me.
By Rachel Gillig.
If I'm doing romantasy, Night in the Moth will be my number 2. Like I said before, the reread really solidified how well it is. I mean,
she's phenomenal. Everything in my top 10, I have not one critique on. My eyes were not dry at any of them. I would not hesitate to put my life on the line in defense of any 10 of these.
Nope.
So,
yep.
Iconic. I cannot wait for Knave in the Moon.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm ill already just thinking about it. So
I'm ill.
Exactly.
Okay. My next one is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't know if I think we've spoken a lot about this book. This is worth every hype it's ever gotten.
Yep.
Her best work.
Yep. Needs to be a movie pronto.
In literary fiction, this might be my number 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iconic book. Okay, so here we go. Top 5.
Here we go.
Mine are ordered as a reminder. Liz's are not ordered. I ordered mine this just 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Because I just know. If I'm being honest, I know.
You know.
I just don't want to hurt any authors' feelings, but they're not going to see this. Not these people. So.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Number 5. For me, I finished yesterday at 1 a.m. And that is Slanting Towards the Sea. I don't know how to pronounce her first name or her last name. Let me Google it. And I'll have Google tell you guys because I want to make sure you all look this up.
You just found this book. She just FaceTimed me about this book. And she's like
4 days ago.
I can't find it anywhere. And I was like, okay, I'll help you. And we couldn't find it anywhere. You did Kindle?
I had to purchase it on Kindle.
Oh, wow.
I've never full price paid for a book on Kindle before.
But it was your number 5 of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
Marriage. Infertility.
Oh, no.
Parents dying.
Oh, no.
Yourself dying.
Oh.
Mentally, emotionally.
And you were okay?
If the Tortured Poets Department was a book, this would be it.
Okay.
It takes place in Croatia. And it's about a woman, her ex-husband, and her ex-husband's wife.
Okay.
And it spans 20 years of when they were married versus now, and her journey with herself as a people pleaser, someone who tampers herself down to bend to the desires of others. And it's about a woman in her late 30s who finally chooses herself.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah. And it is a book by Lydia Hilije, Lidija, Hilije.
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't want to mispronounce it, and I have not really seen anyone talking about this book at all. And I am constantly looking on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere for new books. And the only person I saw read it was Sarah Crowley.
Well, now you've read it.
It's stunning. We'll put the cover in here, but the cover is crazy.
That is gorgeous. It's art, truly.
I know. It's really good. So that's my number 5 book. Everyone should read it.
What's your number 4?
What's your turn?
Girl, I'm almost done. So
Oh, okay. My number 4 was Project Hail Mary
yeah. Okay.
for life-changing reasons. We've been there. We've discussed it.
Okay. What's your number?
My number 3 is Atmosphere. Life-changing reasons. We've discussed it.
And this is where we're very similar
Exactly.
because I just don't think I could put these in.
Yeah. Do you have a top 2 that's not that we haven't talked about?
No. I mean, I've talked about them all. I really can't I think my last book is the book that I want to talk about the most.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do my number 2, and then we'll both do our number 1
Yeah.
because it is the same.
It is.
So, my number 2 was Heart the Lover
Okay.
by Lily King. Almost number 1.
Have you read any of her other work yet?
Yes.
Was it just
I've
good?
read 2 of her other books now.
Is it
Writers and Lovers.
is that good?
Just as good. Just as good, but it didn't hit me as hard. Like, just as good of a book. And Euphoria by her as well, which a lot of people, for some reason, kept asking me if it was based on the show or if that's what it no.
No. Okay.
Get it together. No. Heart the Lover is we're sensing a pattern here.
Mhm.
I just am an emotionally damaged
You were in your
person.
literary fiction emotional damage era.
I think I'm just speed running towards that, though.
Did you cry during Project Hail Mary?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Every book in my top 10, I sobbed.
I've cried in Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I
mean,
teared up in the first one.
Yeah, because so I had a woman come in asking if it was appropriate for her teenage son who's 15. And I had to ask like triggers, like, unaliving, personal unaliving.
Well, again, does he play video games? Is he
Yeah.
allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
If you said yes to both of those questions, I think he's
Yeah.
fine.
But, there are some darker because they're put into a situation where you may not come out alive. And one of Carl's mantras through the whole thing is you will not break me.
Yep.
Because he's in so many scenarios where he's almost broken.
Yep.
So, okay. Do you want to say our number 1 together?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Our number 1 book of 2025 will not be a shock to a lot of you.
No.
And it was
Alchemized.
Alchemized.
I was kind of nervous because I really anticipated Brimstone warring with that because I love Quicksilver so much, but Alchemized.
You did not have to worry about
No,
that.
I didn't. I'm sad. We're not going to talk about that because
Nope.
granted, I enjoyed Brimstone.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yep. Well,
Alchemized is a work of art. It is a work of love. It is a work of passion. It is a work of research. It is dark. It is high fantasy. It is everything I've ever wanted in a high dark fantasy book.
it's the perfect dark fantasy book.
It is the perfect dark fantasy.
I've never read a book that so eloquently describes the cost of war. And maybe The Women by Kristen Hanna, but very different. In the fact that no crime in war is black and white. Every single act that every single person did in this book, even the terrible people, she made you see where they were coming from.
Yep.
Even if it really fucking hurt.
And that hurt a lot. It was a very painful book. This is not like I've seen people say it's a romantasy, and I may have even said it before. It's not. It's there is romance in it, but it's not romance. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
I call it a dark fantasy because also finding what they found in the way they found it isn't romance.
No.
They clung to each other like a literal life raft in a storm. Like, I would not call this a romance in any capacity.
They found each other in a time of darkness, and
Yeah.
they were each other's only light.
They happened to love each other and sacrifice everything for each other over and over and over and over again, but this is not a love story.
I suppose you do.
Oh. This book is everything. It is so much more than the criticism that you see online. It is so much more than its origin story, and it is so much more than a romantasy, and it needs to be respected.
And I think we were also very prepared for the criticism that it was going to get. I think we've talked a lot about how
And
it
honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was
it
gonna
was
be.
not.
Rose and Change got it way worse.
Way worse, which was very odd to me as
Mhm.
well because they both have similar
Mm.
origins. I think people really sometimes, and I could be part of this as well, just touch grass for a minute. You just need to think this through. There I anticipated the world building and, it is a very, and this is a like this is not a series. This is a one and done book. So you're gonna have a lot in it. I mean, it's almost 1,000 pages.
Mhm.
It needed to be.
Mhm.
And this was, we said earlier about a book that could be 100 pages shorter. This was the perfect amount for me.
It could be longer.
It could have been
It's
longer.
like 1,100 pages. I could have read 2,000 pages of this, I'm not kidding.
Exactly. And so I think this is a book that will be a once a year reread.
Mm. I don't I yeah, I usually read it I used to read the former work once a year, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that in 2026 because life is a little
I might try
grim
and
out
do
there.
one in the beginning, one in the end.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see what our year looks like because here, so we are now at an hour and 20 minutes, which will be cut down by the time you guys see this. But there's still books that I wish we could talk about that we read this year. If you recommended any of these books to us, thank you so much. Everybody who has contributed to our amazing year, our amazing year of growth as readers.
Mhm.
I feel like at the end of 2024, we were like, we've grown so much, but like 2025 in general, I feel like we are completely different readers than we were back in 2024. And
It was a crazy
it
year of
was a
reading.
crazy year, and I can't wait to see what 2026 has for us. I can't wait to see what books come out that touch us so deeply. This is the best part of being a reader. It's the best part of reading with you. This is the best part of talking about books is, I mean, we would just talked about how our past couple episodes were catching up because we're just reading such great books. We want to tell you about
It's crazy.
them.
Even today in our recap episode, we're adding books to our TBRs based on the other person. Like, that's
Exactly.
crazy. That should tell you everything about how many good books we read this year.
Yeah, and like even we didn't even talk about what we're currently reading. So as we end this, what are you currently reading?
What am I reading? Oh, I am reading Graceless Heart. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Graceless Heart by Isabel Ibanez. You are reading that as well. It's an
So
arc,
good.
but it comes out on the 13th of January, so real
Yes.
soon.
Very good.
I'm very intrigued. I'm 10% in, so don't quote me, but I think I'm gonna really, really love it.
Mhm.
And I'm also reading The Once and Future Queen by
Ah,
Paula Lafferty.
yes.
Modern day girl gets visited by Merlin and is told she's really Queen Guinevere, like from Arthur.
And you are enjoying it?
I'm sad.
Okay, I wanna read that. I have that one.
And
That was the
then
aardvark, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then when I'm bored, I'm reading Conform.
Are you enjoying that? How far into it are you?
I'm like 22%.
Okay, so it could pick up.
I think it's pretty based on the year 2025 that we had. So I'm not dogging anyone who really enjoyed it. This is not challenging me
Okay.
in any capacity. And I think because of the other sci-fi and fantasy we read this year, it probably will be a 3.5.
Okay. I kind of anticipated
Yeah.
that just because, of what I've read on it, but that's fine.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
So that's me. What about you?
I'm finishing up today I wanna finish up The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year.
Ooh,
That was a
such a good
reread.
book.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how much I enjoyed it. But I need to sit down and like finish it. I'm like 65% in, so it's
Okay.
not gonna take me long. I'm about 40%, no, 30% through Blackwood's Blue Sky, which is a Beauty and the Beast darker retelling. I have not don't feel like I've really gotten to the retelling part yet. But I am very, very intrigued by it. I'm enjoying it.
I'm reading that next. It's
Yeah.
for our January book
Book
for
club.
Sunpound Books.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm also reading Graceless Heart. I am 50% through, and I'm so sad.
The writing is really good.
Yeah, I'm probably going to put this up for a historical fiction book club.
Good. And this is debut novel,
Debut.
by the way.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
that's what it said.
She wrote. I thought she wrote.
Oh, debut adult.
Adult.
I
Yeah,
saw that.
because
Yes.
she wrote. When.
YA stuff.
Yeah, and I might read that now.
Yeah.
So,
Listen, it's good.
Graceless Heart takes place in the 1400s. Florence, it's 1400, Florence, Italy, Volterra, Italy, which I was like, where are you?
Well, and there's a dark immortal being family. There's a pope is
The Pope is
involved.
involved. Pope
The
is,
pope was waging war against her,
yeah.
so I heard.
Yeah. So those are what we're currently reading. Those just thank you all for an amazing year. Thank you for everyone who listened to Liz and Liz this
Truly,
year. Our our Spotify wrap up blew us
it
away.
made us cry a
Made us
lot.
cry. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the authors. Thank you
Yep.
to everyone. Here is to 2026. We are going to have even more fun. We're going to have even
More books?
more books
Who
and
knows?
more authors, and we
It's gonna be
can't wait
crazy.
to share it with you.
And always a huge thank you to Sunbound Books for letting us be a Sunbound podcast, a Sunbound book club. We would not be Liz and Liz without Sunbound.
Correct.
So you can shop all 25 or 50 or however many we ended up having combined of these books today at sunboundbooks.com. We'll put a link in the description, and you can always use code Liz and Liz for 10% off.
We will see you soon. If you're not following us, follow Liz and Liz on every platform except X. And everybody have a good year, and we'll see you in 2026.
Bye.